Hello everyone and welcome back to a new day of Road to TCG Worlds 2016, where you can clearly see down below I am well past the qualifying stage. I did win a regional this past weekend, and hopefully I'll be able to grab that day to invite for Latin America. Still a long way to go, still 3 regionals left to play, which I've already gotten points in 2 of them, so I can maximum get points off of 1 of those, or 2 out of the 3, or I could make my top 8 result better for sure. And honestly, my goal is always to win every tournament I go to, so I'm pretty okay with how I've done so far. I think I do have the potential to win the next 3. It's obviously going to be very difficult. Mexico is quite a very competitive area. I face off against the same opponents every single week, so a lot of mind games come into play in terms of how would you say it? In terms of I could KO the Feebas actually. A lot of mind games in terms of deck choices, because I know that my opponents know. Actually, no. Well, if I get an Ultra Ball, I could potentially get the Gallade off. Like, I know who are the guys I need to be able to beat in order to do well at a tournament, and I know a lot of people are aware or want to know what I'm going to use, because I usually do well at tournaments. So if they do well, it's pretty much a given that they will face off against me. Now, no Ultra Ball, unfortunately. I think I have to discard the Zoroark, which I think I've done every single game this week. And before anything happens, guys, I really want to apologize if I yawn during the video. Okay, thankfully I do get the Yveltal EX. I do really want to apologize beforehand, but I had a terrible night last night. There was this one freaking mosquito that kept bugging me all night. Now, I don't want to bench Shaman because he can Mega Evolve and KO me. So I think this is all I'm going to do for now. And like I was saying, a freaking mosquito kept annoying me all night long. Like, it was absolutely terrible for me. I went to bed at before 12 or so, maybe at 12, but I couldn't fall asleep until 3 in the morning because of the freaking mosquito. That was like probably one of the worst nights I've had in terms of sleep. Okay, Light Pulse doesn't heal him. He has two double dragon energy attached. So if I got a Flowstone plus Zoroark, I could KO this Latios, and the Den does threaten me a bit, but with only 2 darkness energy, I don't think I need to worry about it. Right now, if I power up Yveltal with the other darkness energy and the muscle band, I'll be dealing 80 plus the other 4 energies, that's 160 damage. So I don't even need the muscle band to get a KO here, which is obviously great, but I need to find a way to retreat that Yveltal. I am using Puzzle of Time in this list, but I sometimes wonder if Max Elixir is not a better idea. I really do sometimes wonder. And okay, 110 damage, no KO, so potentially even my own my own Fighting Fury belt hurts me here. But I could Lysander KO the Feebas and just wait a turn. I guess that would be okay. Because I did top deck the Ultra Ball, or rather the Lysander, not the Ultra Ball. I'm gonna keep the Verse Seeker, definitely. That allows me to not have to play Shaman down. There's no reason for me to discard the energy. There isn't a Pokemon I really want to find. I mean, I could go after Zoroark, Well, I guess I can go after. I will go after Zoroark. It's pretty much a free card. I'm gonna get rid of Shaman so that I'm not tempted to bench it at all. I will evolve into Zoroark, and I'm just gonna attach the energy to my Yveltal EX. With the double dragon energy, I don't really need, or I shouldn't be too worried about needing an extraordinary amount of energy in order to get KOs. And I'm just gonna Oblivion Wing for the KO here. Next turn I have access either to another Lysander or to a Sycamore, so that I can get a few more cards. Maybe if I need a double colorless energy, I'll be able to get it. I could maybe get the Floatstone. And okay, my opponent actually opts to promote the Den, so he might actually take a KO here. But yeah, he is going to KO the baby Yveltal. That's perfectly fine by me. I do have the Lysander to KO the Latios, and my opponent doesn't really have anything else beyond that. So I'm gonna attach the Muscle Band just because, or is it even worth it? Yeah, I'm gonna attach it just because. After I get this KO, I can now safely bench Shaman EXs without having to worry about a potential Latios EX, at least not until a couple of turns, because you have to bench another Latios and then evolve. And yeah, Evil Ball will be enough to get the KO here. Yep, 160 damage, he has 170 HP, I believe. So a couple of prizes for me, and I honestly would not be surprised to see a forfeit pretty soon. And actually, I can even get Gallade. I am guaranteed the Gallade next turn. Well, now because he played the Parallel City, I'm not guaranteed the Gallade anymore. Because if I top deck something like another basic Pokemon, I cannot bench it and then use the Maxis because I will have no more room. He benches another Feebas, that's perfectly fine. He's going to use Energy Shot, but he's only going to do 100 damage. It's not really a big deal. There's an X Latios. That could be a big deal. And there's the Energy Shot. I will be able to KO the Den. Wow, 120 damage? Why? Oh yeah, because I have 2 energy plus the 20 and then times 2. Okay. I do top deck another basic Pokemon, so no Gallade for me, which sucks. Is there something I want? Maybe Fright Night Yveltal? Nah. I guess Zorua, because Zoroark puts on pressure, I guess. Yeah, definitely Zorua. I still have plenty of energy. I have access to all 4 of my double colorless still, so I'm not too worried about that. I do get the Floatstone to potentially retreat later on. I will attach the energy to Yveltal. And this is all I'm gonna do for now. I'm just gonna take the KO with Evil Ball. He doesn't even have the KO on my Yveltal EX yet. He needs either to Mega Evolve or a Muscle Band. I guess that deck would, like, we've seen a Muscle Band on the Den. He might not even have Mega Latios, which would be weird for sure. He actually plays Teammates, okay. So that probably indicates an access to Muscle Band, probably, and then a Dragon, a double Dragon Energy maybe, or a Psychic, because right now he cannot even damage me. He goes for a Spirit Link and a Shaman actually, so he's not even guaranteed to do any damage to me just yet. Now he needs the double Dragon Energy for sure. He can target the Zoroark, he can target the active Yveltal and get rid of the energy, but I don't think it's really a big deal. I really don't think it's a big deal. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. He gets a KO, then I'll be able to most likely to it KO this Mega Latios EX, as long as I get an energy right now, right? As long as I get an energy right now. A double colorless energy, that would be the ideal energy. I actually top deck another Puzzle of Time, So, well, not another, a Puzzle of Time. So, if I can get a double colorless energy here, I can actually win by getting back the Muscle Band and KOing Shaman with the Lysander. Okay, so that's going to be the plan here. I'm going to Acrobike. I'm going to grab the Trainer's Mail. Now, I'm going to play the Puzzle of Time first. Play the 2 copies. I'm going to get back, well, the Lysander doesn't really matter. I'm going to get back a Battle Compressor and the Muscle Band. Okay? Because, where are you, Muscle Band? Okay, there you are. Battle Compressor thins out my deck. I have not seen a single double colorless energy, so there should be at least 3, or yeah, probably at least 3 in the deck. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. All 4 are in the deck. So I'm going to get rid of the cards that do not help me any further, or to further thin out my deck. The Startling Megaphone is useless, and the Hexmaniac, I guess, is useless. So there's all 4 energy. There's 15 cards left in my deck. I can attach the Muscle Band. Is the other? No, there's no Shaman in there. So you would assume, okay, I'm going to use the Ultra Ball. I'm not going to get a Pokemon because, well, it really doesn't matter. I guess no, I'm not gonna get it. I'll draw 5 cards. Now, out of the 5 cards, it's reasonable to expect 1 double colorless energy, I guess. There it is. So I'm going to attach it, I'm going to retreat, and I'm going to win the game this turn by not needing to KO the Mega Latios. All I need to do is Lysander up the Shaman, and that will be our first victory of today's video. Pretty straightforward match. Mega Latios is not a good card. That's the truth of it. Mega Latios is not a good card, especially without the support of things like Crobat, because your damage output is really low, and you waste too many resources to it KOing Pokemon EX, and if your opponent is smart, like I think I am, you just never get to target a Shaman, or you don't get such easy prizes. Now I get a Roaring Skies pack, that's pretty nice. And let's find ourselves our second game of the day. Hopefully it goes just as nicely as the previous one. I guess the only thing that went wrong in that previous game was the fact that we were not able to get Gallade because the Maxi was priced, and then we top decked that Yveltal, but really didn't matter at that point. We also had a bit of an energy drought, but that's something, I guess, normal for this deck. That's probably one of the reasons why you play the Baby Yveltal. Getting energy back is really nice, and we're actually facing off against a Lightning Psychic colorless deck, so it could potentially be Night March, or it could be Manectric Crobat. Either way, I'm not a really big fan of our matchup, and leading like this, I'm going to lead Shaman because I have the DCE, and I'd really, if it is Manectric, or even if it is Manectric, I'd rather him not KO Zorua, and if it is Night March, I can potentially get a KO on a Joltik with the Shaman and put it back in my hand where it'll be safe. It is a Lightning type deck, but my opponent actually starts off Raikou, so my Shaman lead is not looking too smart now. He gets rid of his own Shaman. He has Rough Seas, and honestly, we are going to have a really bad time. We need Gallade. That's the 100% necessary requirement for this game. We need Gallade. There's no other way around it. So if it's priced, if either of the 1/1 pieces is priced, we are going to have a really bad time here. There's a Manectrix. It's definitely going to be Mega Manectric. I wouldn't even be surprised if we see Flash Energy, for sure. I think we will see Flash Energy. There's no reason for my opponent not to have Flash Energy. So it's going to be rough. It's really going to be an uphill battle, and especially because we are even going second. The damage on Raikou is going to not matter because of the fact that he has the Rough Seas in play. And wow, 2 cards in hand. Does my opponent have the Mega Man Electric and Sycamore for next turn? I'm going to bench the Yveltal. I think I have to attach the DC to Shaman. I cannot just leave it up there. Ugh, that's the absolute worst possible... the absolute worst possible Acrobike I could have wished for. But if I'm able to get a Battle Compressor off of this Trainer's Mail, which I do not, I could have been able to get Gallade out. I guess I'll keep the Acrobike, actually. Gives me another shot at the Battle Compressor. A Battle Compressor would be really nice. And there it is. Wow. Okay, that's very fortunate. Only if the Gallade is not priced. So hopefully it's not, because we really need it in this matchup. Okay, Hex Maniac. There's the Gallade. Please tell me. There's the Maxis. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Okay, and I'm going to get rid of a Dark Energy, I guess. How many are there? I didn't see too many. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4? So there's 3 Darkness Energy prize. Okay, I'm definitely not gonna discard a Darkness Energy. Wow. 3 Darkness Energy. Half my prizes are energy. Okay. Now this is going to be very silly. I'm not going to use Shaman's ability because I will be able to get Gallade out, and Gallade is definitely going to be very important. 2 Versus Seekers, right? In my discard pile? No, oh yeah, 2 Versus Seekers. So I think we're gonna have a really difficult time. Who do I promote? Yveltal, of course. Oh, I forgot Premonition. Okay, I really need to find Lysander. If I am able to find Lysander this next turn, or if he somehow promotes the Mega Man Electric without a Flash Energy, we should be in a pretty okay position. Hex Maniac would actually not be a bad choice of a supporter next turn, thanks to the fact that, okay, he switches out and he has the Sycamore. Wow. So off of his 2-card hand and then his top deck, he played an Energy, a Switch, and a Sycamore. Really nice. Even nicer is the fact that he doesn't have a Flash Energy attached to the active Manectric, so no matter what, we will be able to get a KO there. There's the Mega. I'm guessing he's going to power up either Raikou or the other Manectric. Raikou I don't mind too much because I can still KO without the weakness with the Muscle Band. There's another Raikou. Okay, so Turbo Bolt gets him a KO, that's perfectly fine. 2-for-1 trade-off, good enough for me. And okay. There's Gallade. No reason not to promote him. Now I don't even need the Lysander, but what I do need... Okay, is Hex Maniac worth it for next? I mean, I have to use a supporter. So I guess the question is... Damn, I should have used Premonition. Okay, there's the victory, yeah. I figured Gallade was going to put too much pressure on my opponent. He had not played a Flash Energy, he didn't have one yet, and if he decided to attach it to the regular Manectric, it would have had 3 energy, which would have been a bit useless, I guess. And we could have still 2-hit KO'd the Mega Manectric, and he wouldn't have been able to KO my Gallade. So yeah, pretty straightforward. You can see how nice it is for Yveltal that Gallade got released and that there's maxis available to it because of this. Because Electric or when Mega Man Electric was released, Yveltal pretty much just took a backseat. It wasn't really viable, in my opinion. But with Gallade, things really took a 180-degree change, and now Yveltal is one of the most dominating decks in the format. So, two pretty quick games, definitely. I wish my opponent had not conceded in this previous game, but there's not much you can do about that. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a like on the video if you can. Don't forget to check out Bit Cultures. If you want to follow the videos, you can subscribe, and they get posted there daily. And I really appreciate your guys' support, and I will see you guys tomorrow in Spanish or on Friday in English. Okay? Thank you guys, and bye-bye.